What's going on, guys? You about to check out this video from Brett Cooper. She's going to be speaking on Taylor Swift, but it seems like she's defending her. Let's get straight to it. Hit the like button, watch more videos after.
And then you have Taylor Swift, who is 90% wholesome, who keeps her clothes on while she's performing, who openly talks about wanting to get married and have kids, who has a rock-solid relationship with her family, who has kept a good head on her shoulders for the 15+ years that she has been in the limelight. And we're choosing to pick on her. And we think that's a good strategy. That's going to make young women love us. Welcome back to the comment section. I'm Brett Cooper. So I said this last week, but the news has basically been Taylor Swift all the time, basically for the last 12 months because of the Eras Tour, her new relationship, her attending Chiefs games, her, getting to the Super Bowl in her rookie season, the AI images, what Biden is doing about that, her stalker that has now been arrested 4 times. But a Daily Mail article that came out earlier this week sparked a new uproar online and might have started a war between her and the political right. And to be honest, I think that could be campaign suicide. And we're going to talk about that today. Before we do, though, make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you've not already, because I know that 60% of you have not done that. And then after you do, make sure that you ring that notification bell so that you never miss a comment section upload. All right, so this article from Daily Mail started it all. They published this piece, which said that Taylor Swift could sway the 2024 election outcome. New poll finds with a 1/5 of voters likely to back a candidate endorsed by the singer. Now, the right saw this.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of people push that, right? I think it wasn't a dude, who it was, what government he worked for. Like, he came out, he was begging Taylor Swift, like, please talk about this and tell them to vote for our side. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's nasty.
Number and immediately started freaking out. I even made a TikTok about it, kind of making some jokes, being like, come on, people, are we really going to take all of our information from a singer? But once you actually get into the article and you see the study, it's 1,500 people. 18% said that they would vote based on what Taylor Swift said. 17%, though, said that they would be less likely to vote for somebody who endorsed by her. And then 55% of people in the middle said, I don't really care. It's not going to sway me either way. So I actually think there was less to be outraged about here than people actually assume. But anyway, back to the point. The right's problem really wasn't with young people blindly following a celebrity, which is what I was concerned about. It was with the celebrity herself, for simply being Taylor Swift. Now, according to people in Trump's camp, this is alleged because they apparently leaked it to Rolling Stone. His campaign wants to launch a holy war against Taylor Swift. And my producer, Reagan, very intelligently pointed out that they should have called this the Great War against Taylor Swift because that would actually tie into her songs. Thank you very much. Apparently, he's also been saying that he is far more popular than Taylor Swift, which I'm not actually even mad about because that's hilarious and that's just a very Trump thing to say. He was also saying that he should have been Times 2023 Person of the Year. I don't know how he made that up in his head, but, pop off, Trump. You are a very confident man.
I know words. I have the best words.
People have also been continuing with this narrative that her relationship with Travis Kelce is all Democrat PR.
Saying, I know words, I got the best words is hilarious. That's
it was organized, they're being paid to be together, and that the NFL is rigged in favor of them. I actually could believe that. I do think it might be rigged, which will all culminate in an endorsement from the couple. Vivek Ramaswamy said, I wonder who's going to win the Super Bowl next month, and I wonder if there's a major presidential endorsement coming from an artificially culturally propped up couple this fall. Just some wild speculation over here. Let's see how it ages over the next 8 months. Jack Posobiec has really been leading the anti-Taylor Swift train, and he said, people who don't understand why I have been commenting on Taylor Swift and Barbie are completely missing the point and are not going to make it. These are mascots for the establishment. High-level ops used as info warfare tools of statecraft for the regime, and 2024 has already begun.
Listen, there's a lot to see in this.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't disagree to some extent, just because I've seen it happen. And we got rappers and singers that have had whole campaigns dedicated to convince people to vote for a certain person. I think that's kind of crazy. Just me personally. I think that's kind of crazy. Right? Like, I don't even vote. And before I get all the comments, which you feel free, I'm gonna ignore them shits anyway. People are like, oh, you got to. Or what's the other comments I get? Well, then if you don't vote, then you can't say the. Says who? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I can't say my opinion because I don't vote. What you gonna do? Oh, that's what I thought. Right? I'm the exact person who should be saying their opinion because I don't have a side. I can say what's real and what's not. Now I can say who pandering and who being fraud. It's a lot of nastiness out here. And yes, these artists and a lot of mainstream, not just artists, rappers and singers, no. Actors as well. People in sports, If someone don't tell LeBron James to shut his ass up, my bad. That was just a little side, my bad. It needed to be said. All right, it needed to be said. LeBron James over there, all the way back here, throwing dust in the air.
Life.
Crazy, man.
I'm not wasting it here.
Yeah, I had the same thought. Nothing feels organic about Taylor's rise or this whole relationship, or now this whole Super Bowl thing. Okay, if you don't think her rise is organic, you obviously have not spent enough time talking to young women. Just saying, you have not been following her for 15 years to watch the relationship that she has been building with this fan base for literally 15 years. It is less about her and her talent. It is about the relationship that she has with her fans and this brand. But this is what annoys me about this whole thing and why I think this is campaign suicide. If she does do a presidential endorsement, obviously it will be for the Democratic nominee, who will be Biden. That is not some conspiracy. Oh my God, just watch. She has endorsed him every time before. She is a Democrat. That is not new information. That is not a conspiracy. This is not some psyop. These are just her political leanings. We talk about celebrities' political leanings all the time.
I think that when they lean a little too heavy and too hard, you can, I should say it's fair for someone to question if they're just doing that, right? Like to get, I don't know, the approval or some kind of maybe even payment from the government or some officials. I would say more so just to sway public opinion. Yeah, right. I do believe it's more so that. Right? I question everything in general, but I'm not going to say anybody's paying anybody. I'm going to say it could be possible that they're saying certain things to have, I guess, the Cantu mob not go after them and more so be in good graces with the public.
She is yet another celebrity with the same opinions.
Is Taylor Swift a psyop?
No, Patrick. Taylor Swift is not a psyop. The moon landing isn't a psyop either.
But that has not convinced everyone. For example, Benny Johnson posted this yesterday, and he said, nothing says Taylor Swift is not a psyop, like every major corporate news show parroting the same talking points about her at once. We broke the media. We're telling you exactly how we did it this morning on the Benny Pod Show. And then listen to this video.
Taylor Swift is not a psyop.
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 Taylor Swift is not a psyop. This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Okay.
Whoa. That was type crazy. I don't know what. Whoa. It's creepy as hell.
Well, what's extremely dangerous to our democracy is fake AI videos that lie to people on Twitter. And that is exactly what this is. Thanks to Community Notes, we know the video contains altered AI audio and is not representative of the original clip. This was a viral video 5 years ago showing Sinclair news channels talking about fake news, not Taylor Swift. I'm sure you guys have seen that original video. It was where all local news outlets were basically saying the same thing about an event that happened. People have reacted to it on Instagram Reels and on TikTok. Every couple of months or so it pops up. That is not the original.
See, now that's disgusting. See, that's foul. I think that goes beyond what I was saying. Yeah, nah, that's insane. I don't think you should be doing that type of time. Yeah, nah. And making fake information just so you could scare people into, that's some propaganda.
Original clip.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Guys, can't you see that making crap up like this, that's screeching about the most famous, most beloved, and relatively unproblematic woman in the world and attempting to paint her as a political puppet or some psyop is embarrassing and does nothing for our cause at all. I'm not even saying this as a Swiftie or a diehard fan. I did not even like Taylor Swift until about 3 years ago when she started re-releasing her albums, and I kind of rediscovered them because my mom disliked her so much that I was not allowed to listen to her. Like, I am not a longtime fan. But seriously, think about the millions of young voters who we need to reach, who love her, who might be right-leaning, but are fans of hers. Do you really think that this kind of behavior is going to empower them to vote red in 2024? Young women are moving increasingly left.
She might actually be cooking, because if the video, that's what's making me go, that was too far. Right? Why are you wild out like that? That's what's making me, that's too much. Whoever made that is nasty, right? I do think the argument of our celebrities being used to spread propaganda and stuff, that's a fair argument. But you shouldn't be spreading false information to get that point across.
There is a huge gap between Gen Z men and Gen Z women. Women are on the rise to the left we should not be ridiculing normal things the young women love and turning them off with every single step we take, which is what a lot of people on the right are doing. That is so
I don't know if she's passionate about this because it is nasty, or is she like a Swiftie? You a Swiftie? Well, ain't no shame. I like 2 songs from her, right? The You Belong With Me is my ish. That's my jam. And the other one's Blank Space. I think Blank Space is a dope song too. Other than that, I don't really like her. But anyway, I digress.
Dumb. We need them. Funnily, though, because I want to make fun of both sides, the political right is not the only group that is trying to jump on Taylor's coattails during this election season, because the Democrats are doing everything in their power to try to align with her, which is just cringe, because she has not said a single thing about Biden recently. She has not discussed candidates, but these are the articles that the Biden campaign is pushing out. Biden aides dreaming of Taylor Swift endorsement to power struggling 24 campaign. Biden is trying to pump energy into the re-election campaign. Thanks, Taylor Swift. The Independent said Biden mulls attending Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. His campaign wants to send him to the Eras Tour as a way to get votes. What is Joe Biden's Taylor Swift plan, and why is MAGA on the warpath? His campaign literally believes that he needs a Taylor Swift strategy. Taylor Swift might be Biden's secret trump card. None of that sounds confident. This sounds absolutely desperate.
Biden's secret trump card is wild. Yeah, that is wild. If you think Biden got a chance in hell, you out your damn mind. You think he got any chance? You crazy. I don't think there's nobody that's still like this nigga. Right? Like, Democrats be talking about this dude crazy. What's his name? Kids. The youth don't like him no more. They don't even care who get in there. They just like, we tired of old niggas. I'm like, damn, that's kind of cold-blooded. I think you should care a little bit more about, hey, we tired of old niggas. Get his old ass out. That's foul. Why y'all feel that way? I don't do things based off age. I'm just letting you know what they said.
Right. It sounds like they're sitting over on the sidelines being like, please, Taylor Swift, you're so famous, you're so rich, please notice us. Please notice us.
Notice me, senpai! Please!
Biden at the Eras Tour, please. I don't think he would make it. Like, I feel like they are just sitting around praying that she is going to give.
That's like my man from, what's the name of that damn movie? Mad Max. Witness Me. Yes, I love that Mad Max movie. What was that, part 3? Fury Road? That's one of the best Mad Maxes there is, man. They should have gave what's the name a spinoff. I ain't into that woke feminist joint, but I think she deserved her own movie, bro. She's one of the best parts of that Mad Max movie. She killed that. But yeah, Fury Road was a really good movie, underrated.
Give them the endorsement. Well, actually, probably not. I don't think these people pray.
I could have watched
If you pray, though, you should download Hallow. Hallow is the #1 Christian prayer app in the U.S. It has helped thousands of people maintain a daily prayer routine, and it can help you too. Download the app for free at hallow.com/Cooper. You can set daily prayer reminders and track your progress along the way. And if you're not sure where to start, check out Father Mike Schmidt's Bible in a Year, available on the Hallow app for brief daily readings and reflections. I love Father Mike Schmidt. You will probably love him too. And on top of that, you can pray alongside Mark.
I was letting you get it off, man. You know, I'm Team Jesus. It's a long ass ad. Go and check out her video. It's a long ass ad.
Any of this. One person said, unfortunately, he can't go to the Eras Tour because Look What You Made Me Do base will give him a cardiac arrest. Somebody else said, OMG, he's in complete desperation. I'm so glad I'm not the only one who knows this. Somebody else said, damn, he's really trying to get the clout after being of no use in his last term. Thank you. People on Twitter who seem to get it. Somebody else said, Taylor, please restrict him from entering the stadium. He literally would pass out and die.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to bed.
This whole thing reminds me of a girl in a rom-com, and she has 2 suitors, but she's not really giving attention to either of them, and they are losing their damn minds going crazy about her. One is fawning over her, and the other one is acting like a bully and being mean to her to try to get attention. That is literally what is happening. We are not a serious society. Politics is reality TV. It is theater. We call it political theater for a reason. But back to the point. How does slandering and demonizing Taylor Swift help our cause when so many young women love her and are influenced by her? Lauren Southern made a...
I do think it's just wow. If that video was nasty. I gotta call a spade a spade. That was a nasty video. I didn't like it.
good and scary point. And she said, she's going to swing leftward harder than ever before, obviously, because politics is typically pushed by how alienated you feel by one side. And then everyone's going to take a victory lap for calling their own self-fulfilling prophecy and will remain perplexed by female far-left swing. That's not really a world that I want to live in. But if we keep going on the path that we're headed down, It might just happen. We do not have to idolize Taylor Swift. I'm not telling everybody that you need to be fans of her or you need to love her. We should not idolize her. But attacking her in the way that we are is just punching down, and it is a terrible campaign strategy.
I don't know if it's punching down now. You might have went a little too hard with this defend Taylor. Then punching down seem a little bit too far now. Like, ease up, Brett.
Let it be. Because in the grand scheme of things,
punching down,
she is not a bad influence.
I'm lying on the cold, hard ground.
Oh my God, I said it. I went there. Take all of the other performers and celebrities that we talk about on this show on a daily basis. Musicians that people could be listening to. Megan Thee Stallion, Sam Smith, Sexy Red, Doja Cat, Dua Lipa grinding on her mic stand during concerts. Demi Lovato with whatever drug-induced alien sighting she's had that day. Harry Styles cross-dressing. Billie Eilish being sad, depressed, and weird. Ariana Grande.
I used to like Demi Lovato so much, man. So much, man. I really enjoyed her.
Sleeping with married men. And then you have Taylor Swift, who is 90% wholesome, who keeps her clothes on while she's performing, who openly talks about wanting to get married and have kids, who has a rock-solid relationship with her family, her traditional nuclear family, who is incredibly generous with her money, who has kept a good head on her shoulders for the 15+ years that she has been in the limelight. And we're choosing to pick on her. And we think that's a good strategy. That's going to make young women love us. Come on, people. Taylor Swift's politics have always been guided by a level of naivete. She is not a toxic person. Her music and her public actions, while not always perfect, don't get into the gutter like most of her peers. Thank you. It's just another MAGA bandwagon outrage to keep the faithful agitated. Exactly. They're just stoking.
This is crazy. This is really an anti-Trump video. I didn't understand that. Okay.
Anger any way that they can. And I loved this tweet from a father. He said, I have 9 kids. I've had a teenager under my roof every day since 2007, almost all girls. I've gone to Hannah Montana and Demi Lovato concerts. I've cringed if my kids hummed a Lady Gaga song. That's another example of not a good influence. I've talked to my girls to help them minimize their Katy Perry fandom. I've turned off Ariana Grande, aka that skinny girl from Victorious, and a homewrecker. And nobody is going to a Billie Eilish concert while they live here.
She got a few good songs. I don't like none of her new stuff.
Taylor Swift, on the other hand, is the least objectionable, least sexualized, least rainbow-pushing pop star of my parental life. She has a steady masculine boyfriend who courted her. She rearranges her schedule to be there for him, and engagement is likely in the cards, and hopefully marriage and kids after that. Frankly, our abysmal U.S. birth rate could use a good role model like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. No. True. Therefore, it is unbelievably stupid for MAGA and Trump to pick a fight with her. Thank you. But I'm so grateful to know that my Daily Wire guys understand this. Michael cracked me up yesterday, and he tweeted this before anybody else was saying it. And he said, Taylor Swift is temperamentally conservative and the right should cautiously stand her. He is so brave.
Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave?
Honestly, though, in this climate, that was a brave thing to say if you're on the right. Matt then jumped in and he said, if I were to make a list of the most degenerate and objectionable pop stars who have done the most harm to our culture and the most damage to young minds, Taylor Swift would not even make the top 50. Not sure why she has become the focus of our wrath. Exactly. And his reply was spot on. He said, yes, obviously she's a lib, and she will tell people to vote for Biden. That's the case for almost anyone who is even vaguely relevant in the entertainment industry, which is a problem conservatives need to figure out how to solve. But obsessively complaining about Taylor Swift doesn't seem like an effective counter strategy. And the people in his comment section were posting screenshots of the tweets that she made during 2020, during the election, during BLM, during COVID about Trump saying, look, she's the worst. She's so political. Yeah, okay. She doesn't like Trump. Nobody in that industry likes Trump. And if they do, they'll never say it publicly. And yes, she was tweeting in 2020. Everybody.
So it's kind of like she could go at Trump, but Trump can't go at her. That's kind of messed up, but I get it.
Was tweeting about BLM in 2020. If you didn't tweet about hating Trump in 2020, you basically got canceled. Big whoop. Other than that, and other than the picture of her holding the Biden
I gotta disagree with her on a lot of this stuff, man. I'm like, yeah, and so yeah, you would get canceled for telling the truth. That means it's okay to be out here pandering? No, that don't mean it's. I like Brett Cooper, but this sounds like she's saying it's okay for people to have pandered during the Black Lives Matter movement and all that stuff. Nah, hell no. F BLM, bro. F them. I ain't rocking with them. So yeah, no, I'm not alone with those lines, especially if she feels the same. Right? No.
Cookies in 2020 and coming out against Marsha Blackburn in 2018 during her documentary, she really has not been that politically divisive. Again, compared to her colleagues and
I think Brett know how to cook some cookies? You think Brett make good cookies? Who you think make better cookies? Brett Cooper or Candace Owens? I got the munchies. Don't blame me, man. I want to know though. Who you think? I feel like Brett makes a mean sugar cookie, and I think that I think Candace does chocolate chip with some kind of special twist to it.
The people that she has put up
With a
against,
pinch of
she is
cinnamon.
mild. Now, finally, I want to share what Ben had to say. He said this on Piers Morgan last night because it might be my favorite. I think this is the most positive and healthy take of all.
I would imagine that Taylor Swift is pretty much your idea of a good role model, isn't she, for young girls in particular?
I mean, my only critique of Taylor Swift is that she's 34 and all of her songs sound like a 17-year-old going through her first breakup. That's my only critique, is that she's 2 years younger than my wife. My wife is a doctor and we have 4 kids.
My wife is a doctor. Also, Ben would know all of the stuff about the music industry because he's charting at #1 globally, in case you forgot. Anyway.
My great hope for Taylor Swift is that Travis Kelce...
Go ahead, Lady Ben. Go ahead and shout out Mel Ben. Go ahead, shout out the man Ben. Lady Ben.
proposes to her. She gets married to Travis Kelce. They have lots of babies, and a bunch of young feminist women decide that actually marriage is not the worst idea, and they get married and have a bunch of babies, and we can have the Taylor Swift baby boom.
I genuinely think that a Taylor Swift baby boom is possible. I think that would be an incredibly positive thing for the world. In terms of Taylor Swift and the culture war, this is the greatest and most desirable outcome, that she gets married and she has kids, which she has always wanted. She has said that in interviews, that she wants a family. She doesn't know when it's going to happen. She dated Joe Alwyn for 6 years. That was a steady relationship. She wanted a family. I don't think he...
Time be flying by, bro. I don't know why I thought Taylor Swift was in college. Probably because of her music sound like a girl that got broken up with a lot in high school and college. Probably that. Other than that, I think that, that's good for her, man. If she getting into, doing her thing and not being a 304.
He did. They broke up. Now she's found somebody that she's in love with. And hopefully that all works out for her. And hopefully that shows her zillennial fans that marriage is not the end of the world and having a strong man in your life is actually a win. And none of this is about convincing the right to suddenly become avid Swifties and start loving Taylor Swift. I genuinely don't care if you do. I don't care if you think her music is annoying, whatever. It's about recognizing the fact that the way that the political right is pitting itself against Taylor Swift and her fans is far from a helpful campaign strategy. And putting our energy into a holy war against her and saying that she's a government psyop with a fake rise to fame will only hurt us in the end. And if you can't see that, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm indifferent. I'm going to be honest with you. I do think it's grimy to spread false information on somebody, period. I don't care if I like him or not. But I don't hate Taylor Swift. I do think that she does a lot of, marketing and grifting to keep the younger audience. But other than that, whatever. Right? I told you guys I like coming of age movies. Her music sounds like coming of age movies. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. And that You Belong With Me is my ish. Right? As far as her and Trump going back and forth, I don't care. Just don't lie on her. You know what I mean? Just don't lie on her. And we good. We good. But that's my opinion. Tell me what yours is down in the comment section. Hit the like button.